Hey guys, Genevieve here. It is Monday, March 2nd, and tomorrow morning, early in the morning, right after 6:30 a.m. here on the East Coast, we have our full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. All right, so I've mentioned before, you guys probably already know by now, anytime we have an eclipse, it intensifies the energy of those full and new moons, and this one is not going to be any different. So of course, my oil blend that I created to commemorate the Virgo full moon is called Reaper. Why? Some people are confused or have questions about why I chose to name my oil blends what I did, especially for those full and new moons. Well, because Virgo, this full moon is the last full moon of the astrological year, right? We are in the sign of Pisces, which is the last sign in the zodiac, and therefore this is the last full moon of this astrological year, thus the Reaper putting the ending, the underlining, finishing finally once and for all this winter. And then our next new moon is in the sign of Aries, which of course is the beginning of spring. It's the beginning of the astrological year. And so Virgo, the Reaper, is finishing all the unfinished business with this full moon. Okay. So that is the energy with extra intensity of that eclipse that we're going to be feeling. So let's dive into it. And please, yes, this full moon, it's also a blood moon. So super intense. Get your crystals out. You can do it overnight tonight. You can do it even tomorrow night. But you want to make sure you charge up all of your crystals if you use crystals. If you're not able to put them outside under the moon to charge, my oil blends are also good for cleansing the crystals. You just rub a little bit of oil on the crystals. Some crystals, remember, are softer, more porous than others, so they're not safe to be, soaked in water, washed with water. But oils, essential oils, will shine them up, make them pretty, and also charge them with the intention of the full moon energy. Okay, guys? So here we go. So where are our elements? Well, Virgo being an earth sign, as you can imagine, we have... Whoops, sorry, my stand fell over. We do have some aspects to earth. However, this is overwhelmingly water. I'll try to set this up. Maybe I will set it up on my water glass. There we go. That's a little bit more stable. So we have 4 elements or aspects to fire, 4 to air, 4 to earth. So we're kind of equally balanced there, but 15 aspects to water signs. So this is definitely going to feel with that Pisces and Piscean energy. It's going to feel very watery. Again, of course, the sun is in Pisces, just went into Pisces last week. The moon is in Virgo. Mercury just retrograded into Pisces. Venus is in Pisces. Mars is in Pisces. Okay, Mars actually just this morning moved into Pisces. It's been in Aquarius. Jupiter is still retrograde in Cancer. Saturn, of course, still in Aries. Taurus still in Uranus. Neptune still in Aries. And Pluto still in Aquarius. Again, remember those outer planets. They get there. They stay there for a long time. They are generational influences. But right here, getting into it, very first aspect to the sun. And the sun is influenced by both Jupiter and Neptune. Themes of justice and work on social causes and creativity and sensitivity are highlighted, okay, under this full moon, whenever we're in Pisces season. And of course, people who have prominent placements in Pisces and Virgo are going to feel this more intensely as well. So our first challenge here is, again, that full moon. So full moon is the sun and moon opposite one another. The challenge is going to be to balance our emotions, but we can do that through grounding and routine and familial activities and tasks, right? So kind of lie low, do your meditations, do your charging, do your journaling, but stay at home, stay with your family over the intensity of this full moon, okay? Those are the type of things that are going to keep you grounded, stabilized, comfortable, and sane. So now the sun is conjunct with Mercury, which again just retrograded into Pisces. This is going to lend to quick, expressive thinking, writing, and performing is highlighted. But the challenge with this is to slow down because mistakes can be made with all this extra energy and haste and quick moving and thinking, right? So now we have a trine to Jupiter and Cancer. So this is a positive aspect. Remember, trines are usually very positive. Excuse me. So this is going to lend to positive attitudes, joy, and a sense of exploration, travel. We can possibly inspire others with our excitement and our wisdom. And this is also going to help draw opportunities at this time, okay? Our next aspect, though, is a minor challenge with the moon in Virgo opposite Mercury in Pisces. So this is going to lend us all to be a little bit more empathetic and intelligent in our communication, but we might struggle a bit with expressing that ourselves and communicating with clarity. So again, this is kind of like you want to pause, slow down a little bit, make sure you have your thoughts and your words together before you decide to communicate. Again, Mercury retrograde always brings, the challenge with technology and communication, and this time with it being in Pisces, it's along those fields, right? Now we do have a positive aspect following that up. So the moon is sextile Jupiter. This is again going to lend to some of that joyful, optimistic, and open-hearted energy. It could possibly bring success in legal matters for some people. But now we're going to jump right back into that Mercury retrograde, okay? So miscommunication is definitely possible, especially related to feelings, inspirational visions, and ideas and creative projects. Some of these projects, ideas, could temporarily be stalled under this Mercury retrograde. Mercury is conjunct with Venus, and so this is lending manners, diplomatic and graceful communication style. We are rational in our exchanges at this time, but they're fair, they are calm, they are level-headed. Now, Venus and Pisces. Oh, excuse me, I skipped the trine. Again, trine, very good. We don't want to miss that. Positive influence. Mercury is trine Jupiter in Cancer, so this is going to reinforce our generous, optimistic communication style, inspiring others with wise, clear, and careful expressions. Okay, remember, slow down so that we can be clearly understood. Now, Venus is in Pisces. It's still, okay, been there for a little while, and it is conjunct Saturn in Aries. So this is going to be kind of lend some who, especially those who are heavily influenced by Venus, Saturn, and or Pisces and Aries placements, could cause us to be cautiously expressing our love and affection at this time with our connections. So we're building connections and relationships slowly and cautiously because there may be some trust issues highlighted or issues around vulnerability that need to be worked out. And so this energy is a great time to do that. Venus is sextile Uranus. So again, this is going to lend to some of that spontaneous, exciting, fun-loving energy, especially for social and romantic relationships. These may not lead to long-lasting commitments or connections, though. But honesty, genuine bonding, easy communication, easy connections are highlighted under this influence. And then Venus is also conjunct Neptune. This here provides a minor challenge in that there could be a bit of disillusionment due to over idealizing romantic ideas or partners. A little bit of dreaminess can make us keep our rose-colored glasses on and not see situations for how they are, but how we really want them to be. And again, this is going to be the kind of the emotional undercurrent of this. But this is especially going to affect those Pisces placements, and especially if you've got that Venus, Neptune prominent in your chart, right? So like I mentioned, Mars just moved in direct motion into Pisces. It's been in Aquarius for a while. Uh, and that happened this morning. So this is going to feel less direct and bold acting like it was in Aquarius. This is going to feel more indirect action, which is guided by our intuition, our dreams, and emotional insights. Okay. Work and healing industries is highlighted under this placement, under this aspect. Um, so next up, guys, really the biggest challenge besides that eclipse energy in this chart is Mars is square Uranus in Taurus. So this is going to make a lot of people behave erratically. This energy is intense. It's rebellious energy. So if we're feeling stifled or restriction, in any way at this time, it's going to cause tempers to flare. So just watch out for that. If that's you and you are feeling stifled, restricted in some way, your goals are being blocked. Find a different creative outlet than to like stew on it and get angry. Like just kind of for these few days, just kind of direct that energy into something creative, or journal about it, or write a short poem or story about it just to get that off your chest, right? Um, Now Jupiter is in Cancer still. So there's only good aspects to Jupiter in this chart. We already talked about them. They're all minor positive and reinforcements. But again, that's that Jupiter trine Sun, sextile Moon, and trine Mercury that we already went over when we talked about those inner planets. So now, Saturn is in Aries. It is conjunct Venus, which we already talked about. It is also conjunct Neptune. This is going to help us reinforce those healthy boundaries around our work and our creative projects and spiritual life. Okay. And then Saturn is sextile Pluto. So this is going to lend to ambition, drive, determination. This is a strong positive influence. This is challenging norms with clear purpose and pathways to success. So some of this is going to be revealed to us during this period, which is really awesome. And so this is growth and success in material as well as spiritual avenues in our lives. Now, Uranus is in Taurus. It is sextile Neptune. So this is a minor, again, but very long-lasting positive influence these next couple. This is gentle, subtle support for spiritual and artistic growth. And with Uranus trine Pluto, we have strong support for inner and outer growth, challenging norms. Again, collective healing. That is the ongoing theme with these outer planets going forward over the next 7 to 10 to 15-ish years, okay? Generational again. So Neptune is in Aries and it is sextile Pluto in Aquarius. So this is leading to open-hearted and perceptive energy, powerful, harmonious push for growth and transformation. Global awareness, major shifts in thinking are highlighted under this. And then, of course, Pluto is still in Aquarius. And I just, your takeaway on this, of course, with it being an eclipse, it's extra intense. Use that energy to really buckle down. It might be off-putting to some. But basically, eclipse energy reverbs these themes and carries them through to the next eclipse season. So while a normal full moon, a normal new moon, really the intensity only lasts for those few days around it and then leading up to the next full moon or new moon. Eclipse energy lasts up to 6 months. So continue to work with these themes over the next 6 months as other things come to pass in our lives. Get your hands on my Reaper blend. Again, it's great for meditating, helping with, especially with the Virgo moon kind of grounding, helping us draw a line under the winter season and help us get ready for spring, which we're all looking forward to. And again, if you can't put your crystals outside to charge for whatever reason, you can cleanse them with my oil blends as well. Just do not put them in water. Most of them, some can be, but you'll have to do your research or ask me which crystals are safe to be actually cleansed in water. Some crystals, again, like selenite, you can just put on your windowsill. They are charged by the sun. And everything, of course, you want to fill up all of your spiritual tools and yourself with this full moon energy to gear up and get ready for spring, guys. So, hope it's a good one for you. Blessed be. Namaste. Message me for that Reaper blend and anything else you might be interested in. Okay, guys, have a great week.